Alright. So we're the Buttered Penguins, and what the field that we're going to be talking about today is mining and oil. That's our industry. So our main mission statement is to implement drones into the mining field, and to make it more efficient. Team members.
Okay, so Kanapon is our COO. I am the secretary. Kashmira is our jack of all trades, and Andrew is our designer.
So basically, the mining industry has been progressing for years now, and we would like to join the train of progression in mining with the use of drones.
So the mining process. This is the process that usually everything goes through when we're mining. So the first thing is exploration. This is when they're mapping out the land. We have like geological surveys so we can find out where the oil is or whatever mineral that we want to mine is, or just to map it out to see whether we would be able to mine without hurting any other ego around it. So the world's best information. It's like the information about the land basically. And then there's like best practice exploration regulation. So there's like regulations, like I kind of already said this, but to make sure that the land isn't being damaged while we're mining. And discovery development. Do you want to explain this more?
Discovery development is when they send out miners, or in our case, we plan on sending out drones to get the minerals.
Yeah, that's the part where we would kind of change this kind of process in the mining industry. This is where we would implement the drones.
Oh, so these are just the types of mines. We're right now focusing on subsurface mines, but the shaft mines and the mines listed down below, which you may not be able to see, but
shaft mines, slope mines, drift mines, counter mines, mountaintop mines, area mines, and highwall mines are the ones that we plan to be working on in the future.
We plan to be mainly working in the open pit mine for easier drone flying, but further for our future research, we plan on working in other mines such as shafts, which are underground.
You would show this video, but
okay. So our main problem is when a human miner is in a mine, there can be fissures, poisonous gases, hazardous materials that are falling, and there can also be cave-ins and floods. The health risks are dust, exposure to radioactivity, welding fumes, mercury, noise, and heavy loads.
It is in fact so noisy that it's deemed very unhealthy for the noise in your eardrums.
Our main solution is to replace the miner with a drone that can withstand all those problems.
So the risks, the investment risks that we have in this.
You're explaining the drone.
Oh, so this is our drone design. It's shaped in a square, and it has like a housing that's more of a star shape. There would be foam and a spring in between the bottom pad and the top cover, so that it would provide more suspension when it lands. And there's bumpers on the top of the propellers, so that if it hits the ceiling, it's less likely to damage it. It uses LiDAR to detect minerals, and it has a carbon monoxide detector to look for poisonous gas.
Also with a sensor to detect the minerals that we want to mine, because some are more valuable than others. So those are the ones that we're mapping out for the miners to get and for our drone to mine.
okay, I would also like to put a little bit of emphasis on LiDAR. That's something we're kind of really proud about because as far as we researched, no other company so far in the mining industry is using LiDAR. So we're kind of taking a step forward, and we're kind of like expanding on that. We're using LiDAR, which is like light and, it's like a light sensor that like maps out stuff, so that once we're inside the mine, we're not doing geological survey. This is once we're inside the mine.
1 minute.
We'd be able to.
Okay, so the way we're going to reach our customers are through social media. We have a teacher who is a former geologist, and we have our own website, and we have talked to a magazine company called Blue Chip.
Out of curiosity, do you guys have anything about the actual competition you want to say?
Yes.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to that yet.
Oh, this is way too long. 5 minutes. Go on, hurry.
Okay. So the actual competition, sprint course, we actually have for the way that we are going to plan on doing this, when you place the drones and when people are placing their drones, we kind of want to see where other teams place their drone. But if we have to place ours first, we're going to usually do the hexagon first because everyone tries to go for the square. So there's a lot of like drift from